Another country, did not grow up here in the United States. How many people? Okay, probably other than those people, the rest of us don't really have any idea what type of an impact this World Cup has. But before I get into that, let me start out by introducing myself. I grew up in the capital of the United States, New York City, the Bronx. I started playing soccer when I was about 12 years old, which by international standards, or even by our standards now, in our youth soccer leagues, which last year about 16 million children played in, is actually a little late to get started. I played in the same youth leagues, the USYSA, the youth soccer leagues here in the United States, that your children are probably playing in. I played in my high school team. I also played in our collegiate soccer. Then when the NASL was here, does anyone remember the NASL when the Atlanta Chiefs played? Or whatever city you were in, they probably had a team. I played with the Miami Toros, which later on became the Fort Lauderdale Strikers. And I played also in the major indoor soccer league, so I also played indoors as well. I was with our national team programs for a little while as well. I played professional soccer for about 13 years. Here as well as abroad, I played in Austria for a little while in a city called Graz, as well as I played over in Mexico for a short period of time for the end of one season for about 3 or 4 months in San Luis Potosí, which is a little north of Mexico City. So I had the pleasure of seeing a little bit of the world through the sport of soccer. When I was finished playing about 6 years ago, I started a small sports marketing company called Soccer Marketing and Promotions. And basically what our company, what my company does, is we do special events, only soccer related. What happened was when I was playing with the pro teams, I'll give you an example. Last year I lived in Miami now. I moved out of New York to Miami to be safe. And I lived out in Miami now. Last year the Marlins came, the baseball team. But when that baseball, that professional franchise came to Miami, the players didn't have to run out to the elementary schools and to the Kiwanis clubs and to the corporations and go, look, you know, they're going to throw this little ball, right? And then you're going to get a mistake, and then you're going to run this way. Okay, but what happened when I was playing professional soccer in the 70s, 80s here in the United States, as franchises popped up in places like Minnesota, Atlanta, you know, all over the United States, the American public didn't know what it was, so they sent the players out to educate the public. So being from New York and having speaking English as a first language, I would get sent out to the schools, and then I have a unique, let's say, touch with the soccer ball, and I also love kids, so I wound up being the guy that got sent out just about every day. And by my second year, I said to myself, God, I go to about 300 of these a year, and these other players go to about 20 of them. The older players, you know how they are, these are really short. Can you just go to their school for me? So I wound up going to every school and clinic, and what happened was, my last, say, 10 or 12 years, I wound up also working in my front office of my team, and eventually we tied our soccer clinics and the promotions and the teams into our marketing department, and basically that's what I do for a living now. I'm also a World Cup '94 spokesperson. I'm one of the 3 people that go around the country and have been in virtually every one of the 9 cities, which is how I can also share a little bit of what's going on out in those World Cup cities with you and how Coca-cola is very, very involved. When I was finished playing, I started the company. We do special events and clinics all over the country. I see somewhere in the neighborhood of young players like these guys and girls in the front of about 100,000 of them a year. Let me get a little bit into the soccer part. Some of the questions I always get, or some of the things I always hear is, you know, how could soccer be the most popular sport in the world? Haven't these people ever seen the World Series? Did they ever see an NBA game? Well, there's one key reason that I think that soccer is such a popular sport. There's a lot of other reasons, but for me the key reason is because it's so much fun. And what I'm going to try to do today here is pass off a little bit of that fun of soccer with everyone here. There's some other reasons, like you don't have to be real big. You don't have to be real strong. If your feet reach the ground, you can play soccer. Soccer is a game that has great community values. The object is to go around people, not through people. The object in soccer is to either individually figure it out through your own strengths, or to work collectively to get around other people. And I know Coca-cola, probably of all companies in the world, is very, very much conscious of marketing and the way they structure their corporation with goal setting. Everyone knows you're in meetings with the goal setting, right? Everybody commits, these are our objectives, this is the goal. Think about a soccer meeting. This is what we're going to do, this is our goal. You know what the goal is? Thing we shoot at. It's kind of the same thing, so it gets translated right off the field into what the kids do every day. As far as the skills or the things that are so much different, there's one rule in soccer, so much different than any other game or sport that anyone's ever going to play. And that is, you can't touch the ball with your hands. And let's face it, you never saw anyone hit a hockey puck. You certainly don't want to not have a glove on when you catch a fastball. Okay? But in soccer, we're not allowed to use our hands, so we have to develop other parts of our body. And I'm going to just, for a minute here with this ball, work on some of those things. Just like a good basketball player has to be able to control a basketball with both their right and their left hands, a good soccer player has to be able to control a soccer ball with both their right and their left feet. For the same reason, for dribbling, for passing, for shooting, for blocking, or maybe we can use our thighs, or maybe you can use your head. Remember the reaction when the ball went up to my head, because we're going to get the head in a minute. Or maybe you can use your shoulders. And if you run out of places, you can always use Now, I think I mentioned I didn't start playing until about 12. Well, my coach said, and back then, now a lot of dads and moms, they've taken the job of coaching kids. Back then, all the coaches taught funny. My coach said, well, today they're going to do juggling. You know juggling? Juggling, listen to this guy. Juggling! Then he got involved and juggled a little bit, but I didn't just walk up to the ball. Yo, coach! Tommy juggle? No problem. I didn't just walk up to the ball. First day out starts. What's next? Didn't work that way. True story. This is a true story. I'm at my friend's house. We're in the backyard trying to figure this thing out. We kicked this thing right through the back window. True story. So what we're going to do is start off easy, and I'm going to do some things that are really at the beginning, and then I'm going to work my way a little higher. And then I'm going to have whoever's trying to sneak out of here and back up here doing it with me. Male or female. It's simple. You start off easy, just like everything else. You just kind of drop it down, and you just hit it hard enough. So you don't hit it, you hit it in the middle of the ball, okay, and you hit it in the middle of whichever part you're going to use. So it's kind of, and all you're doing is really getting a feel. It's just like doing a layup in the beginning, just trying to get a feel. And then, once you can't kick it too hard, and certainly you hit it too easy, the thing doesn't come back. So you got to get a feel. I got some young soccer players here. Come on up here. I don't think you have enough pins on it, but come on up here. What's your name? Eric? Eric? Okay, Eric has a Liverpool shirt on. This is baseball in England. Okay, so you played before, right? Just to stay in the dark. Okay, all I want you to do is just take the ball, nice and easy. You're just going to drop it down just like that once, and catch this. Once, and catch just like that. Go ahead. Take your time. Good boy. Go ahead. Get it feel. That's good. Okay, that's right. With the left. Good boy. Both. Good. The other one. Good. Okay, now I want you to try it on your thighs here, not on your knee, because your knee. What happens is everyone thinks you hit the ball with your knees, but your knees like hard and around, the ball bounces away from you, like. Or if you lift your leg too high, be careful of this, okay? If you lift your leg too high, you get a mug job. Okay? You don't want a mug job. Okay, go ahead. Nice and easy. Just drop right here. Good. A little closer to your body. Keep it a little closer. Good. Now do one and two. Try to keep it up on your thighs. Keep it over one. Go ahead. Use both and just try to get a little rhythm going, just like that. I want you to throw the ball up. Now you can do it. And this is why, you see how I was juggling, boom. It's much harder to do this than it is to do this. But as soon as I got the ball, remember I said I know your reaction? As soon as the guy in the shorts started hitting his head with the ball, people were like, because it's very unusual for an athlete to use your head like this. So what we're going to do is show how to use your head a little bit. You got to arch back a little bit. You're going to throw it up, but I don't want the ball. So you don't let the ball hit you. The ball doesn't hit your head. You hit the ball. So you go to the ball. See? So I want you to throw the ball. You're excited, man. Sorry. I want you to go to the ball. You're going to go and you're going to hit the ball and you're going to catch. But face people so they can see how you do it. Go ahead. There you go. Come on. Did you always see how it is now? I'm going to tell you a true story. This is a true story. We were at camp about 2 weeks ago. We were doing a Coca-cola camp over in, I think it was in San Diego or LA. And this is a true story. And this kid, the ball comes, and the kid has this, and he's kind of like you open up. Oh, you got a big mouth like that, right? And this is a true story. And the kid, he's swallowed, no, seriously, he's swallowed the ball. So it's enlarged in his throat. So we have to turn him upside down and squeeze the ball out. Okay? So keep your mouth closed. You swallow each one. Just need to get caught in the piece. Okay? Ready, go ahead. Now get up. Okay, nice and easy. Good boy. Okay, now don't get so hard. So just stay right there and just give him a little nudge. Good. Go ahead and go. Good. Good. Try to. We can talk about it sitting down. Matter of fact, one of my coaches when I was growing up, it was that same guy with the funny accent. He said, if you're going to be a good player, you've got to have that ball with you everywhere you go. You've got to practice every minute. Anywhere you go, I don't care where you are, every minute have that ball with you. I used to do this at home on the toilet. Maybe you could do some things that you wouldn't do in a soccer game that your coach probably wouldn't want you to try, but they're a little more fun things. Things like maybe you can bounce the ball with your foot and just get the coordination of having your body with it, or maybe you can throw it in. Now get it in there. That's the easy part, okay? Get it out of there, the way to get out is you kind of I have to do this for a living. And so one way I call it the motorcycle. It's like you kind of, or maybe you're that kid And you've been that defender, you know the coach assigns you to cover the other guy or the girl. And now you can cover them the whole game. Finally, here comes the ball to you. You want them to think, you are going to hit this ball so hard, you're going to kill it. And they come running at you, but you're not really going to hit it hard. You're just going to kind of fake like you're going to hit it. And as they come running at you, you kind of swing, but the ball doesn't really go anywhere. You know, you can be like, you're not supposed to once in a while, I see you get a scream, it kind of looks like, yeah! So this kid's like running at you, right? And all of a sudden he goes like this, and you're standing there. and what you do is just kind of like, and then you go, yeah! Or maybe we can make it a little harder. Take the ball from our foot and from our, notice how I put that so you can see the logo. Or maybe you can take it from your foot and throw it to the back of your neck. Maybe from the back of your neck you can do some, let me do that, Howard. Oh, God. Maybe we can do some soccer push-ups. Then we can take the ball from the back of our neck and maybe we can make it a little harder and we can take the ball from our foot and throw it up to our head. Applause! What is it? Applause! Now the same coach that I had used to say, you want to be a good player? You gotta make that ball your best friend. So when no one was around, I was one of those kids. The coach said it when I was growing up, I did it. When no one was around, I used to like talk to my ball. So listen, tomorrow night, big game. I need 2 goals tomorrow night. Big game. It got to the point where I thought my ball was talking back. And my ball was just like, give me this. I said, what? You mean like a, or maybe we can take the ball from our head and roll it on our neck, around our back. Or maybe we can try to get all over the front. From our head, maybe we can kneel down with it. Maybe we can sit down. Pretty quiet in here. And I know everybody wants to get back to work. But there's a couple things I want to really share with you. And one thing that my coach used to say is, if you're going to be good at anything, you got to make training harder than a game. So if you're going to run 5 miles in a race, then 5 miles has to be easy to do somehow. So run 6 miles and run so many 5 miles, but you got to make practice harder than a race. Training needs to be harder than a game. So the game, that environment becomes easy. So I said, well, as far as controlling a soccer ball, how can I make training control a soccer ball harder than actually controlling a ball game? He said if you had a smaller soccer ball and you used a smaller ball, I think I got it. I have a friend in New York City, his family owns a bowling alley in the Bronx. And they had a bowling ball made for me that was made like a soccer ball. And you can see that this ball is not a bowling ball. You can see that this ball is just a little smaller than that. It's all things I was doing as far as getting a touch. It's a lot harder to use this ball than the other ball. First couple times I could hardly do it, but after a while, I can almost do anything with this ball. So I said, now I need, I was one of those kids, if I did 20 juggles and I wanted to do 200. I did 200, I wanted to do 500, 1,000. I said, now I need a smaller ball. I call people, this is true story. I call people everywhere. I call friends in Texas. I call guys in California. I could not find a real soccer ball, small one, anywhere. And then finally, I was on tour. Actually, it was with an NYSL team. We were on tour, and we were playing some games in Africa. We were in a place called Cameroon, and there was these really little men playing before our game, like an exhibition game. They were about this big. Does anyone know who that might be? Who said midgets? Not midgets. Pygmies, exactly. And after their game, I went up to them. Now they sell this ball in the United States, but back then they didn't. This is the smallest real soccer ball in the world. This is the size 1.5 soccer ball. So you can imagine, if you can control this thing, when you go back to a regular size ball, that's going to be no problem. So the first couple times, believe me, this is difficult to do. The first couple times I can always keep it up, but after a while, I can almost do anything with we were on the same tour, and on our way back, we stopped in a place called, actually we were in Glasgow, just outside of Glasgow was this place called Loch Ness. Has anyone ever heard of Loch Ness? So this is a true story. And we had done this clinic with about 600 or 700 kids, and this guy came in, and we were having dinner. I was having dinner with one of the coaching directors over there. This guy came in and said, "Hey, I got a ball you can't juggle." And you've heard all about the soccer fans in Europe and all that. Well, the Scottish soccer fans are so intense that they thought the reason why the Loch Ness Monster was terrorizing people is how could anyone be happy if they didn't have soccer? So they had a huge ball made up for them. This is the first time ever in the United States. We had a heck of a time getting it for customers, okay? Coca-cola didn't have some contacts to get it. This is the largest, this is a true story. This is the largest real soccer ball anywhere in the world. Right? And I want you to know, the first time I did, true story, the first time I juggled this ball, I juggled it 9 times before falling unconscious. Now, thing I'm going to do, and then at the end, I'm going to be at a table right out here, and I'll answer any questions about World Cup. I'll even take a couple here before we leave. But the one thing that still really amazes the American people is heading. You know, I mean, you go to a game, and my mom, she used to go to my high school games, even in my pro games. It was kind of embarrassing when your mother calls Bull Roy, right? Come on, Bull Roy! That's not my mother, I don't know what it is. So, and every time the ball would get kicked far or high, and if someone hit it with their head, the American people go, oh. Because they never actually experienced that. So, let me have you a lady. I'm going to have you a lady. Come on up here quick. You love heading, right? What's your name?
Renee.
Renee. She's not shy. Renee. Good. I can do this when you're acting class. Okay. This is perfect. All we're going to do is I'm going to throw you the ball, and you're just going to hit it with your head. 3 things you need to remember. I'll do it first. So you throw it with my head. Nice and easy. You have to hit the ball. We talked about that when we started the control before. Forehead. And I see a lot of forehead out there, right? I may have a big forehead, but when I die, you take over. Okay. Now, forehead. Second thing, you have to have your eyes open. And the third thing is you got to hit the ball. Don't let the ball hit you. So forehead. Watch what happens if I go to it right. Throw the ball. See, like it just kind of dies, the ball dies, and it goes high. And then it just dies. And that's what happens, like, kids just get their head there, and it doesn't, but you gotta hit the ball. So here we go, ready, watch. I'm gonna march back. See? And the further I go back, and the harder I snap into it, the further the ball will go. Okay, so you can hit it, that's what we see these guys doing. It doesn't hurt, so watch. I'm gonna have you do that. Put 1 foot back, get your arms out, balance and protection. You're not flying to play a little longer. Okay. Now, you're going to get it right back to me, and remember with the mouse thing, remember that, okay? You do not believe it. I'm going to confirm that with your family later, okay? Okay, we're good, Good, perfect, good. Now we go my head, her head, my head, perfect, 3, 4, 5. Who's going to give me this 3 times? I'll tell you what, she can tell you got to remember, okay? I get it mine. This ain't over. Here we go, ready? 1, 2, here we go, ready? You gotta get that one out, but now we're ready. Ready, here we go. 1, 2, and a little more. Here we go. 1, 2, no, hit it. Go ahead and hit it back. Just hit it back. Good. Hit it. That's okay, good. Keep your hand. Good. All right. Last thing I'm going to do before you leave, I'm just going to come out here for a minute. And I'm going to have anybody that leaves is coming up on stage. And I'm just going to, ready? Okay, here we go, ready? You can be honest, you're not going to do this, just ready. Okay, here we go, ready? Good. I'll say that. Here we go. New soccer player? Where are you from? Okay. Does anyone know what St. Colombia? 5-0. Colombia beat Argentina. These Colombian guys have been walking around with us. They will not let me go in Argentina, and it was like, you have no idea, this huge mountain, and it was just St. Colombia. And I tell the truth, I'm pretty good for a girl. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, you get out of here. Yeah. Oh yeah, you go right here. Hey, go down to the on time and front. That's right.
Oh.
Let me just explain how it's going. The guy with the mic always gets the last word, okay? Do not swallow this. Ready? Nice and easy. Good. Okay, I'm kind of running out of time. Are there any questions about World Cup? I'll tell you, I've been in that in the 9 cities. I left my house on about May 4th or 5th, and I go home July 20th. I've been going from city to city. Yesterday I was in Chicago. Today I'm here, tonight I'm in New York. Tomorrow morning I do a show, one of the morning shows in New York, and then I'm to the game in Chicago. Then I go to Detroit, San Francisco. So I've been in and out, and I'll tell you, my company and myself deal a lot with the World Cup sponsors, and Coca-Cola somehow has made an unbelievable presence. You cannot go into a World Cup city. I don't know if anybody's been in or out of any of the 9 cities. You cannot go in without seeing Coca-Cola everywhere. From the second you step out of a plane, we're also back in a lot of youth tournaments, which from a soccer versus standpoint, I always like to also see things that are good for the sport that I love so much. So I think that's one of the reasons why you're here in New York, because I think Coca-Cola is not new to the soccer, where a lot of the other companies are in there like, figuring it out. I really think you're doing a good job. If there's any questions that I can answer for you, I'm going to be around for the next, I'll be here all during the lunch period, but for the next 10 minutes before I come out here again. I want to thank everyone. I hope everybody enjoys the game.
Autographs with my son Matthew. He's a midget league soccer. With Rocky.
Where is that? Right around here?
In Cobb County, Rocky.
Oh, really?
And I got him signed up for 4 weeks now. Summer soccer camp.
Oh, really?
Rocky. It's in Cobb County. I don't know. It's national organization. Thank you. And I think it's a great program. It's Midget League Soccer. Thank you.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I live in Miami, so I don't live too far from
like 10 till
So this one.
10 till 1, maybe stop it. The next one, the last stop starts at 1, right? That would give it like 10 minutes.
Yeah. You can try to give them reps.
Oh, thanks. Is that when you want to do it, or do you want to do it? You want to make this one short and quit it at 4 till?
I think we'll be okay.
Oh, thanks.
We'll be
So
okay.
maybe 10 till.
The auditorium about 5 minutes.
You need it? Okay, you got it.
That's for my son. He's been playing for about 11 years.
Oh, great.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you got one.
Patrick only, I think, so that's your name. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My son. Thank you.
Jason, my son, he will be so excited. Can't wait to see
Hi. Hey, thanks for your help.
Tom, I'm going to introduce you before the next one. We didn't have an intro for you, and I'll just do it from the sound booth.
Okay, good. Great. How you doing? Is that a Liverpool guy? Is that a Liverpool shirt too? Which one is that? Is it? It's a great shirt.
I need to get a couple of shots before you.
Can you sign a shirt?
Sure. Did you get one of those autograph things?
I needed to get some shots here. Slow down.
1994 World Cup spokesperson and soccer's foremost educator and entertainer, Soccer Tom.
First of all, I want to welcome everyone. I want to let you know that I hope the crowd has changed because the joke's the same, okay? Let me give you a little bit more of my background so you know who you're dealing with. I grew up in the capital of the United States, New York City, the Bronx. I learned to play youth soccer there. I went through all the same soccer levels that most of your children are probably going through, or if you don't have children that are playing, probably the fields you drive by on the weekends that are so full with kids and families. So I learned to play here in the United States. I went through the high school system. I played in my high school in the New York City area, and then I also went and played collegiate soccer. Also was recently named the spokesperson for World Cup. And basically, there's 9 cities, there's a bunch of things going on. The players aren't always accessible, but they want an opinion from a player. So World Cup 94 uses me in that manner to handle some of the media. What we're going to do here today is, I'm not going to sit here, I'm going to try not to sit here and just walk through the numbers and how many people are playing. We'll stick that in a little as we go. But the one thing that American people don't understand is, how could this sport be the most popular sport in the world? Hasn't anyone ever seen a World Series out there? Did anybody ever go to an NBA game? Well, I'm going to tell you the one answer that I have when people go, how can it be the most popular sport is, this game is fun. It has a tremendous passion to it. Then there's some other reasons. You don't have to be real big. You don't have to be a big, strong person. If your feet reach the ground, you can play soccer. Boys can play, girls can play. 40% of the people that play in this country, last year 16 million kids played, 40% of them are women. Okay? And you probably don't know this, but the U.S. women's national team, our best team, like our Olympic or women's, our best 16, are the best team in the world. The World Championship for women that took place in 1991, the U.S. women won that. So we have the best women. It's this thing right here. And probably the biggest difference in the skills of soccer, or actually the biggest difference in the sport, is that you're not allowed to take that ball and touch it with your hands. Now, when I say you can't touch it with your hands, we don't just mean you can't use these two guys. You can't hit it with your arm. You're not allowed to bat it with your elbow, but you can use your shoulders. Not allowed to use your arms. You're allowed to use your shoulders. One way soccer players learn to develop different parts of their body or learn to control a soccer ball in different parts of their body is by juggling or tap-ups, like I'm going to try right now. And just like a good basketball player has to be able to control a basketball with both their right and their left hands, for dribbling, for passing, for shooting, for blocking, a good soccer player has to be able to control a soccer ball with both their right and their left feet for the same reasons, for dribbling, for passing, for tackling, or maybe we can use our thighs. Maybe you can use your head. You'd be like, oh, wow. Oh, he got a hard head, that guy. Or if you run out of places and you don't know where else to hit it, you can always do that thing. But I'm going to share. You know juggling? I was like, juggling? Then he got the ball, he juggled a little bit, you know, he kept it up in the air. And then I figured out, you know, the first time that I went home and I tried to juggle this, I was at a friend's house. And we're like, now how did that guy, he just hit it off this, you know. This is a true story. We kicked the thing right through the back window. Sure. So obviously I'm going to start off some slow things, then we're going to work up to a little harder things. The way you start out is you don't just walk up to the ball and you don't just start automatically, you get to run around. Doesn't work that way. We're going to let you start off slow. You take the ball in your hand, middle of the ball, middle of the part of the body you're using, just hit it hard enough so that it comes right back. Don't hit it so hard you knock it down the lights, but you're trying to get a feel. It's just like doing a layup or a foul shot. You know how you just got to get the distance and the feel? It's the same thing. Now let me get one of the, come on out here. What's your name? Jacques? Jacques. When did you change it? Get up here. Good boy. They think you're my son. Come here. Same red uniform and everything. Okay, Jacques, turn around here. Now all you're going to do is, did they feed you hope? All right, all I'm going to do is, you're going to take the ball, drop it down nice and easy, right into, and this is just how you start off, just with your feet, right or left. There you go. Good, okay. It's all right, get it? Good, there you go. See, it takes you a minute, and you get a feel for each ball is a little different too, so you always like it. Yeah, good boy. Good. Okay, now I want you to try it on your thighs here. Middle of the thigh. Now, a lot of people think you hit the thing with your knee. Oh, yeah, they hit that ball with their knee. Right, your knee's hard, it's like a bone, it's round, the ball bounces away. If you pick your leg up too high, you get kind of a mug job. So you don't want to do the other either. So it's just kind of like a happy medium here, and it's like one, and then try 1, 2. Okay? Here we go. Good. The other one. Good. Try 1 or 2 there. Sorry, no showing off. Now we're going to try it up on the head, okay? Now, the ball doesn't hit the player's head. It doesn't work that way. That's everybody, ooh, you hit the head with the ball. No, he hit the ball. So it's not like the ball doesn't come and just hit you and go down. All right? This is not the way it's supposed to happen. You're supposed to, you pay attention? Okay. You're supposed to hit the ball here, like this, like this. So you go to the ball, okay? You ready to do that? Go ahead. Did you see what he did? It's a natural tendency. He opened his mouth. You were right? The ball goes up. Watch. The ball goes up. That's what happened. This is a true story. What happened was, I think we were in San Diego or somewhere in Southern California there, and this kid, he was kind of like him. He had a big mouth. And this kid, this is a true story, he swallowed the ball. And they had to turn them upside, it was disgusting. They had to turn them upside down and squeeze the ball out. So keep your mouth closed. You swallow this ball, you bought it. Okay, off your head, there you go. Put one foot back, arch a little bit. Good, good. Good boy. Okay, now try a couple. Go ahead, yeah. Good boy. Give this guy a hand, good boy. Now, we could sit here all day.
Hey, Bert, what one? Ready? Ready? Do you really have your hands in? Ready? Let's get them on the side. Just keep it going. How cute. Are you going to be down here all day? What? Are you ready? Did you recommend sending me ready? Ready. Oh. There we are. Thank you. When were we talking about cereal? When we were at lunch.
Are we talking about cereal? Over at your party?
They were all talking about cereal.
Is it you that said that?
Oh, no. Do what?
Sure.
Lynn told me
On the
about
pen?
it.
Oh.
I bought some because I thought it was one of yours.
No, came back.
Now nobody's admitting it.
No, I haven't.
Never been to mini buns in my house.
Thank you.
Size 1.5, it's the smallest ball, the smallest real soccer ball in the world. And this very ball, not only was this ball was the very ball that was used in the African Cup final. That was played between the Pygmy All-Stars and the Cannibal Select Team. And the first couple times I tried to control this, I could only keep it up about 7 or 8 times before it hit the ground, but now I pretty much, after a little practice, can do anything with this ball. Now, the last thing I want to share with you before we move on here is, I was doing a bunch of clinics for Coca-cola over in Scotland, in England, and in that area, where they could understand my silly jokes. And we're outside of Glasgow in a town called Loch Ness. Has anyone ever heard of Loch Ness? A couple of people, right? And son, could you tell me what about Loch Ness? What did you hear about Loch Ness? Right, that there's a Loch Ness monster in the lake. Well, I grew up in the Bronx. We used to swim underneath the fire hydrants or whatever. So I can't relate to the monster in the lake. So what happened was the Scottish soccer fans, and everybody hears about the European fans, the reason they believed why this Loch Ness monster, well, this is a true story, was terrorizing people, was how could anyone be happy if they couldn't have soccer? So they had a huge soccer ball made up for them that I won in the juggling contest. This is the first time ever in the United States it's ever been. This is the largest real soccer ball in the world. And I want you to know, the first time I juggled this, I juggled it 9 times before falling unconscious. And I'm going to try it here, but first, do you people like to see me hit that with my head? Yeah, you people are sick. You need help. Okay. Okay, here we go. You ready? Yeah, right. Okay, here we go. You can't imagine, if you can control this ball, you will be so happy when you go back to this ball. Now, the last thing that I'm going to back, ready? So you got to get ready. It's coming back to you. Okay? All right, here we go. Ready? Go. Now it's time to go hard, baby. You ready? Okay, ready? Here we go. Come on. Whoa! See, so the further I go back, there you go. The further I go back, the harder I hit it. Come on over here. Give me the ball. Now I'm going to throw it to you. Come a little closer. Yeah, right. Okay, let's take it easy. Put one foot back a little bit. Now I'm going to throw it to you. You just hit it nice and easy into my hands. Get your arms out a little bit. Good boy. Good. You're not flying a plane. Pull it a little. Okay, and you're going to hit the ball. Ready? Good. Come on, go all the way through. Go straight through. Ready? Perfect. Give that guy a hand. Good. Good. That's it. Go after it. Good. Now, I'm going to hit it from my head to your head. You got to hit it back to my head. You ready? You like that idea, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go. My head, your head, my head. Here we go. Go for three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, come on. Go for three. Give me a hand. Good, good. Was that my fault? Yeah, nice audience. Nice audience. They're blaming that on me. You like that, right? Yeah. Come on over here. Okay. My head, not you. My head, your head. Here we go. We're going to go for 4. Ready? 1, 2. No, up to my head. Ready? Hit it. Get underneath. 1, 2. One more. Come on, come on. Hit it. You got to hit the ball. Hit it. Ready? Let me start. Here we go. We're going for 4. I don't care. We're here all day. We're getting food. I told you. Well, I was one of those kids, man. You're here all day. Excuse me, could the security just lock those doors in the back? Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Okay, a little high. Get underneath. Ready? 1, 2. Oh! Get it. Quick. We're doing 4. I'm telling you, man. Hit it. You got to get aggressive. You got to hit it. Watch. You got to get aggressive, all right? Come on, get out there. Come on. Okay, ready? You aggressive now? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a hand. Okay, now, the last thing I'm going to do is, I like a little audience participation. And since I know you can't sing, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump down here. I'm going to get a couple of dignitaries. Are you guys dignitaries? Ready? Stand up. And you're just going to, are you an American? Venezuelan. Oh, playing football. Houston. Okay, here we go. So you know how to do this. Right? Good, perfect. There you go. Perfect. Oh, hold on. Back and forth. Look, this poor lady ran. You took the jacket off. She ran. I don't know if that's good or bad, but you took it off. She flew about 5 feet over. Okay, here we go. You ready? My head, your head. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give that guy a hand. Okay. You know what's happening now? Watch. If you were in line, like picture you in these shorts, okay? You're coming up the aisle, and you know who doesn't want a head. You know how you know? Because they go like this, watch. No, seriously, they will not, no matter what, make eye contact with you. So as I go, like this lady, look, she's brushing her hair. She's like, oh yeah, I got my new shoes on. She's looking at her shoes. And she will not make eye, you wouldn't make an eye contact, yeah. That's why I'm picking you! You knew it, right? Now, do you have contacts in? No, too bad, get up. Okay, you ready? You are so happy back. Don't get on the stair. Where you go? You want to get higher than? Now, you go and hold your ears. I don't know what okay. First, I'm just going to test you a little bit. I'm just going to. It really doesn't hurt. Did it hurt? No. First of all, you got to get, loose. Just get. Wow! Okay, here we go, ready? You're just gonna head for 1 foot a little, yeah, that's it, perfect. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna move my head, your head back to my head. You ready? God, you're at like 180, I swear. She's at 180. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3. Give her a hand! This lady over here, she's saying her rosaries. She's like, please don't let me, let me see, I need someone with a forehead. I need someone with a forehead. Who got a forehead? Who wants to volunteer their forehead? Who's got a, we're talking forehead here. Get, because, let me tell you something. This is a forehead! Now, can you imagine, you know how like when you're dealing with kids, and you're dealing with kids, you can't just like say something, you gotta like demonstrate it. Could you imagine him saying, between your eyebrows and your forehead? Can you imagine being one of the 100 kids at camp, and you're sitting there and you go, between the eyebrows and the forehead, right? You're trying to, okay, here we go. Ready? Now, you're just gonna hit that. Have you played before? Never? Okay, good. Come off of that step. Yeah, use the big step, okay. There we go. The same thing. Good. Not too bad. Good. Perfect. Oh, maybe he did play before. We lied. Okay. My head, your head. Here we go. You ready? Give that guy a hand! Now, the last thing, then I'm going to let you go, because the next group's coming, and as usual, I always run over. Because when I'm having fun, I just don't stop. So, here's the deal. I got one more, Dad. Come on out here. You played before. I know you played. No? Oh, another Coca-cola ball. He's giving me hands up. Now, but you played, don't you? Yeah, she did, right? Okay. Used to. Okay. Now, I'm just going to warm him up. Watch how this is done. Here we go. Good. Now, my head instead, watch this. See how he's getting under it and he just has a little touch? This is way, by the way, this is way, you work here for Coke, right? Stay right here. You know what you're doing. This is way too easy for him. Okay. You ready? Okay, there you go. Just, yeah, okay. Yeah. You want to touch that guy there? Get your hands off that ball. Okay, here we go, right? Okay, not too good. Did you see his head disappear? Okay, ready? Here we go. How's your neck? Yeah? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, first I'll warm you up. Come on, what? Good. Good. Okay, now here we go. We're ready to go. We got at least 4 for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Get it! Okay, I want to spend some time answering some questions, but I want to do that outside. We also have some Coca-Cola autograph cards. I want to thank everybody. I want to let you know that I've been going from city to city since about May 6th. I've been on the road. I've been in and out of virtually.
Brother Liam.
I left my badge at home today, but I'm an employee. Yes, I am. Proud of it. Thank you.
Make sure you get my good hand up.
Which people who are on vacation, they do. It's not my problem. Maybe it does.
Thanks. Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Youth soccer in the same leagues that a lot of your children play in, or the fields you drive by on the weekends. Right now I go around the United States in and out of the 9 venues for World Cup. And some of their sponsors like Coca-cola are doing promotional oriented things. I now live in Miami, so I moved from New York to Miami to be safe. And 2 years ago, we got a professional baseball franchise team, the Marlins team. And if you can imagine, when they announced the team, they didn't have to send their players out into the community to tell the people what baseball was. But when I was playing in the NASL, does anyone remember the Atlanta Chiefs? They used to play here in the NASL and they had the outdoor league, okay? What they used to do with the players, because not a lot of people knew that much about soccer, so we were at a bunch of schools and we went out to all the Kiwanis clubs and Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts. And you don't have to be a certain height, you don't have to be real tall to have success. You don't have to be a big, strong person. In soccer, if your feet reach the ground, you can play. That's one of the reasons. Then, of course, it has some great social values. The object of soccer is not to go through people, it's to go around people. And you can do that either by individual efforts, or you can do that collectively. So it makes a lot of sense in sport from a social standpoint, especially for kids. 40% of the people that play soccer last year, 16 million people played in the United States. 40% are women. And probably something else that you don't know, that our women's soccer program, our women's national team, is the best team in the world. Which most people would never think, that soccer, the United States, the champions, the rest of the world looks up to our women's soccer team. In 1991, we won the World's Championship in front of 60,000 people. Our women played and won. So, I mean, there's some things happening with soccer that probably a lot of us don't know that much about. But let me get to the fun parts of it. The fun part has a lot to do with that thing right there. And probably the rule that makes soccer so much different than any game or sport is that we can't use our hands. When we say you can't use your hands, we not only mean you can't use these two things, you can't hit it with your arm, you can't bat it with your elbow, you are allowed to use your shoulders. We're going to show you how to do that in a minute, but just like a good guy going one way, so we can go. Don't hit it so hard that you're wrapping it off the ceiling, or so easy that it doesn't come back, but you got to kind of get a feel for it. Okay?
You're a star.
You sure? Can I have your autograph?
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
these people